Right, word coming in from the American Trucking Association, the ATA. This morning, called on the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration to make some very important changes to its compliance safety accountability system following criticisms from a key senator in the Government Accountability Office. Now, the hearing yesterday before the Senate Commerce Subcommittee on Surface Transportation and Merchant Marine Infrastructure, Safety and Security, that's a mouthful. The GAO chided the FMCSA for ignoring its criticisms about the quality and the quantity of data used to generate the CSA scores and recommended, quote, the FMCSA revise the SNS methodology to better account for limitations and available information when drawing comparisons of safety performance across carriers. Now, during the hearing, the FMCSA was also roundly criticized by Chairman Deb Fisher, Republican out of Nebraska, for disregarding, quote, the views of the Congress, the stakeholders, and several independent agencies with its current agenda-driven approach to regulating our nation's truckers, end quote. Now, the GAO's testimony dramatically makes the point. She said that FMCSA's method does not effectively identify the high-risk carriers, yet the watchdog noted that the FMCSA, quoting, has not taken action to address our recommendations to better account for the limitations in the CSA program. Congress, that's the news, and again, it is 888-876-2336. Joining the conversation, Jack Roberts on board. He is the equipment editor. He's the technology guy with CCJ Digital. Now we're going to get back to more of the conversation coming up. You like high-tech or low-tech trucks? That's next right here on Sirius XM.
The Dave Evo Show on Road Dog Trucking Radio.
Tim Henley is about ready to get through. What's going on, Tim?
Hey, good morning, Dave. Are you a regimented traveler? I was one of those guys who would say, well, I don't know where we are. We're making good time. Yeah, we went down 17 hours and 9 minutes. States last year, 17 hours and 12 minutes.
The Dave Evo Show, weekdays, 7 a.m. East, only on Sirius XM's Road Dog Trucking Radio.
Are you suffering with hearing loss? Are you sick of people constantly complaining that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to speak up? Would you like to hear more clearly, but you don't want to wear a hearing aid that makes you look old? Then you need to try Listen Clear, a life-changing breakthrough precisely designed by top audio engineers to fit your ear almost invisibly. And you can adjust Listen Clear to find the perfect way to hear everything, wherever you are and whatever you're doing. And right now you can try Listen Clear absolutely risk-free with free shipping. We'll even give you free batteries for life. So call now, 1-800-718-9653. Listen Clear is lightweight and completely hassle-free, and it's practically invisible. Call for your 100% risk-free home trial with free shipping and free batteries for life. For free information, call now, 1-800-718-9653. That's 1-800-718-9653. 1-800-718-9653.
Daily Express is the leader in step deck and lowboy freight with more than 83 years experience on the road. And now with more freight than ever at a newer, higher rate. Come join our legendary family environment. We know our drivers by first name, not a truck number. Don't have a truck? Ask about our top-notch lease purchase program. Call Eric or Nicole at 800-669-6414. That's 800-669-6414 or visit dailyrecruiting.com. Come drive with us. A leading hospital needs the right workforce specialist to help hone its value-based care delivery model focused on costs, quality, and outcomes. Kronos and their innovative workforce management solutions delivered, optimizing the hospital's 10,000 employees to meet constantly changing patient care needs, ensuring quality care and savings of $7 million in just 8 months. Learn more about our solutions at Kronos.com. Kronos, workforce innovation that works.
From the Weather Channel Radio Network, I'm Meteorologist to start today with a look at your interstate weather update. Well, for a change, the interstate's relatively flat as we go through the evening hours. Still going to be looking at some snow showers along I-90 across central and eastern New York State. Some of these could be brief bursts of snow, especially up against the lakeshore. And across the UP of Michigan, watching along M72 here, could be looking at the potential for some light lake and snowfall as we head through the nighttime hours. Still watching a cold front clear South Florida. East-west part of I-75 in South Florida, some scattered showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm as we go through the evening hours. And we are watching a small system move through the Dakotas tonight as well. I-94 could be looking at some snow showers in central and eastern North Dakota as we go through the nighttime hours. And then there's the west, looking at the ground fog overnight along I-90 as well as I-84 across smart box.
You're listening to Road Dog Trucking News with Mark Lewis.
Back again, the phone number to call in. It is 888-876-2336. Jack Roberts with me from CCJ Digital. Jack, again, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for doing this. It's great to get you back on the radio. Thanks for spending the time.
Hey, well, thanks for having me. It's a nice way to wrap up Friday afternoon here in cold but sunny Alabama.
I'll tell you what, I'm so ready for spring. When I hear on the radio like baseball preseason games underway, I know that warmth is around the corner. So
Sometimes though, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. Well, let's go to Mac, who's going to be first up this go round in Ohio. Mac, thanks for waiting during the break, sir. Your question or comment for Jack Roberts?
Well, my comment is for long-haul drivers and short-haul drivers, I mean, I'm a regional driver. Yeah, I leave out on a Sunday and everything and be back on Friday, but I think all companies need to put in a refrigerator for the drivers so they don't have to worry about heating and everything.
Okay. That could be, that's a form of technology out there. That would make your life easier.
Capital City Freeway.
Oh, yeah, we appreciate it. Thanks for the call. But, I think, does it get down to individual preference, Jack, when it comes to the technology? I mean, if you polled, say, some of your readers, for example, about, the kind of technology that they would like maybe to have on board their truck, could be a refrigerator, could be, maybe a green vehicle, for heaven's sakes. I mean, you think that might be maybe the genesis for a story idea right there? Maybe find out what they like or don't, if I don't like that very much.
Yeah, there's a lot of personal preference that goes into the layout and the way a cab and a sleeper are spec'd out, of course. But, I've been talking to some OEMs, and I've seen some hints and some signs that they are really focusing hard on making interior cab and sleeper interiors even nicer, even more plush. I think connectivity is going to be a big issue. I think you're going to see vehicles with more capability to handle iPads, telephones, gaming systems, TVs, refrigerators. I think, in an industry where it's just so hard to find and keep good drivers, an easy way for both truck manufacturers and fleets to handle that problem is make sure guys are comfortable on the road, that they have entertainment options when they're off duty, they can get a good night's sleep, they can stay in touch with their families, communicate with their wives, check on the kids. I think I see some interesting signs that the next generation of in-cab, both at the driver's station and in the sleeper berth, are going to have some serious wow factor to them.
I would also have to imagine, too, with all that technology on board, that's going to give the company more ways to find the driver, and maybe get that back out on the road. Get that technology maybe backfire to some degree if there's too much on board.
Yeah, there's all sorts of issues. There's weight issues, and there's electrical issues. Some of these vehicles that we're talking about, the electrical load on the vehicle, APUs and anti-idling systems, and heck, you see flat screen TVs, refrigerators, all kinds of stuff. The electrical systems on some of the older designs are really struggling to keep up with all the demands being made on them today. And trucks on one, you'll see the same thing with airliners. It ought to be standard to have an outlet, on an airline seat today. You just don't see that often. So I think we're going to see, there's going to have to be some catching up to. I think the consumer electronic market, the entertainment market is sort of outpaced current in-cab comfort options and electrical systems. So that's going to be obviously the next one too.
No, that's a great point. It would help with driver retention. That's a great point right there. But the cost of these things, this is going to come with a price tag. Obviously, you put more and more of the gadgets, the bells and whistles, and the gizmos on board. Would fleets be one of the first markets that maybe the OEMs are going to look at to try to maybe get these products out there on the road, and then maybe work its way down to the owner-operator market, the smaller companies?
Yeah, I think so. But in some cases, owner-operators, guys,